Phrolova's life was calm, simple, full of joy and laughter. She was a conductor from a little town called Ostino, with flowers in her hair and hope in her eyes. But it all evaporated within the blink of an eye. A meteor strike, unanticipated and swift, turned her world into a living hell. Everyone died, including Phrolova. But either due to coincidence or predestination, Phrolova had her resonance awakening that very moment. Her resonator abilities awakened, granting her impossible regenerative powers and the ability to see and conduct the frequencies of the world. It was at the moment when she opened her eyes and saw that everything and everyone she knew and loved was reduced to ash, that her entire life was turned upside down. Frantically, she collected the frequencies of her loved ones before they could dissipate, hosting them within her own body, hearing their voices and feeling their pain. Thus began her journey of discovery and subsequent lament. She took it upon herself to find a way to revive her people, turning to the divine, offering herself and her abilities to the sentinel. Yet all she heard in response to her fervent prayers was cold, harsh silence. She turned to Cordo Cervantes as a scientist seeking the cure for death, yet they had mocked her endeavor and used her body for their studies for immortality instead. She turned to the people, asking about the wave-worn phenomenon, hoping someone would understand, yet she was faced with terrified faces and despair, as well as accusation of witchcraft and heresy. And so, she pleaded no more. She sought in silence, failure after failure, loss after loss, until she gave up. She picked up her conducting staff, put on a black dress to mourn, and weaved a symphony on the stage of her hometown, now long forgotten. A symphony that reached the ears of a particular rover, a master arbiter among the crowd. They did not clap, only offered a silent mourning as she played, and once she had finished, they spoke, they resonated, they understood one another. She asked them, "Why is our world like this?" And they answered that if this world can't be changed, then perhaps it would be better to take a different path, even if it's nothing like ever before. And so the new acquaintances, now fast friends, separated on the promise to meet again. A promise that was never fulfilled. And so, she toured the world in her mourning dress, every concert a disappointment, every note sadder and sadder, until her song of lament reached the ears of another individual, a man who with a flick of a wrist showed her the impossible without a price. On a complete whim, the grand architect showed her what she sought for, a glimpse of hope. He promised more, promised technology, help, information, and assistance, all for the simple price that she joins as an overseer and bring about change to the world, for better or worse.